Thank you. I have been talking for how long now without audio? Okay. So in other words, 6 minutes and 59 seconds have just gone by of me chatting, and no, I did not look down to realize that my mic was muted, not in my voice meter, but in my OBS. So, I do apologize for any mistake there, and I will repeat what I'm doing right now. So, apparently, because of my cool ass computer being not so cool ass, I cannot connect my display view into OBS right now because OBS wants to run as it should on my high-end processor. However, my monitors, my displays, do not want to run on the high-end processor. And since that is the case, OBS does not want to detect what's being output to my monitors. So, what I am going to do is a dumb little trick that I learned, if I can make it work. And I am going to try not to crash my computer, as I realize that this needs to go over here, and I just froze OBS. I may experience performance issues. Hey folks, bear with me. Bear with me. Since there's nobody in here, we're going to get rid of the Google Hangout. We'll get it back if we need it. What else can I get rid of? We'll get rid of that. Okay, and now how are we doing? How are we doing? I have use of OBS back. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Streamlabs OBS beta. I have looked at it. I'm going to look at it a little more. I'm working with some of the stuff in Streamlabs beta on here, and it doesn't always work properly, so I'm kind of skeptical. Alright, now all I have to do is figure out how to stretch this wall out. Nope. Alright. I remember I did this video capture device, and then we're going to capture from XSplit. Awesome. We're going to shrink this down to there. And then, hey guys, if you're following along. Oh, awesome. My audio never cut out. Okay, so my computer hit the high end, but I've been tweaking my settings ever so much. The cool thing is that my internet sent me a letter a couple weeks ago stating that I went from 6 megs and 60 to 10 megs and 100. So, yay. Alright, we're going to make sure there's no audio coming from XSplit. And then in XSplit, we are going to add a screen capture. And we are going to screen capture OBS. Okay, so let's make this so you guys can see it better. So we'll use OBS to alt that in there. Trim, and I will show you how to do what I'm doing as soon as I can do this to show it to you. Alright, you guys got real-time image of what I've got going on here. It's gonna be a rough session. My stream health is tanked. I hope everything is okay. My stream health is in the red, but it's only still 3 seconds behind. I have my bitrate settings down. Let's check them out real quick. It probably won't show me because I'm in the stream. My output is at 3500. Keyframe interval is at 1. I tried to set it for 0. It keeps setting at 1. I've got my output all set, my recording set. Okay, my audio. Alright, so you guys cannot see what I'm doing. Crapper. Okay, so what we're going to have to do then is figure out why okay, no, let's not do it that way. Let's do this. We'll stretch this. And we're going to have overlay issues here. Let's take this capture device. Okay, so this has gone from an OBS tutorial to an OBS XSplit conversional tutorial for people who have technical difficulties like myself. Let's stretch this out. Is this getting creepy yet? And there's a couple of keys you guys need to learn. It's Alt and Shift. Alt and Shift are wonderful keys. Alright. Now we need to figure out why this. We'll get rid of it. We'll get rid of it. And then we'll add a screen capture again. And I just want all of this. And then I'll cut it down. Then maybe it'll give me what I want. Desktop region. Yes, it's reading desktop region. Okay. Now what do I do? That is not what I want. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Watch this. Boom. Move that up. And then we'll stretch it. I've got a lag. You guys got a lag. Everything's smooth in the red. What am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? Okay. So you guys can see that. Let me get rid of this funky side screen here. And what I'll do is I will shrink this down a bit. And I will take the image out. And we'll put it right here. And I can stretch this so it's a little easier to read. Alright guys. I will take questions. What's oh fuck? Can you explain Discord to me? I think I saw you fuck up. That was me trying to Discord on Bear's stream. Oh, yes. I did see that fuck up. That was you trying to Discord on Bear's stream. Let me hide some things. Also, streamer mode is on. Also, because of the bypasses that I did, streamer mode will not protect me. So this is going from an OBS. If nobody has an OBS question, we're going to pull this window over here. And here is Discord. I cannot see what I am showing you. So we're going to pull this over to the other screen. And we'll do Discord for a minute. While I figure out why. Can I get a why? Alright. So apparently what I need to do is stretch Discord down. And over. There we go. Now, what is your Discord question? I will attempt to answer it. You want me to just randomly explain it to you? That's the only thing I can figure. Well, let's look at it. I don't know how well you all can see, but if you can't see well, I can enlarge it. Over here, you will see that I'm voice connected. Whoops, let me get back in front of the mic. Over here, you will see that I'm voice connected in the Great Debate. At the bottom here, you'll notice a microphone, a headset, and a settings panel. And as I'm saying this, I have to remember that there is a lag between the XSplit capturing my video from the screen to the OBS capturing the XSplit video to you guys. So if timing seems a little off, I apologize. It's because of me doing this back asswards. The headset obviously deafens what I hear, and you guys heard that tone. The microphone allows me to speak in the chat, so what we're going to do is I'm going to enter the room, and if anybody is in my Discord, they can enter the green room and I can chat with them. Alright, that's why it's not solid. It's 1290 by 1040. Okay. Again, let me know if there's projection issues. Okay. In all fairness, and I don't want to go into all the settings right now, but there are settings for each person, for each chat. So, this one I'm in right now, again, CPU experiencing high usage. Somebody let me know if and how my stream ends up being messed up. I can add a role to on the show. On the show gives you permission to get into the Great Debate. That's my way of doing it. Now, a lot of people have their roles set with abilities to do certain things in certain places. And if Bear's room has roles set, then somebody with a role has to pull you in. Otherwise, it would be like me going to somebody else's. And clicking on Coffee Club. I don't think I have permission to get in. I'm pretty sure I don't. Yeah, I guess I do actually. Because the hand pops up. If you don't have permission, it'll pop up with one of these little signs. That'll tell you that you can't get in there and you need permission to get moved in. Once you're moved into the chat, if you were pressing this button, which looks like a plus sign, but it looks like a phone with a plus sign turned diagonally, but it's really a phone with an X to close. It's a disconnect. Or if this green bar drops down to the yellow and red section, it can kick you. I believe I've been kicked once for that. So those are the only things I can think of why Discord would be doing that to you. Also, please follow anybody whose picture you saw on there. Suit Yourself, Vamp Candy, Gulf City, Mercolium, Failure Accomplished, Kumite, Gutenberg, Lotus Wolf, Mad Woman, and many more. Let's see. Let's go over some other questions. Anybody have more questions? Why nobody in my Discord is I got some promotions in here. That's always good. Always good. Little Mad Woman promotion. Alright. Alright. I got Green Stream. You, Dark, I don't know what you're doing right now, but feel free to try and jump in my Discord and might be able to help you troubleshoot some things. See if it's your device or not. Let's see. No, let's not do that. Let's do this. Let's put this above there. No, we'll put it above there. And then we'll turn it on. And I probably don't need this. And we'll take this and let's do the height to 600. And it should take a second to reload. Yes? No? Maybe? I don't know. Can you repeat the question? You're not gonna work for me now. Somebody please send a message. The number you have dialed is no longer in service. Please hang up your call and please try again later. Message 419. Yeah, I just made everything disappear. So, everybody's just going to sit here and listen to me jibber jabber. Nobody needs any help with anything. This was a special request stream by 2 individuals who I guess are not going to make it. There's one, I sent him an invite. Alright, so mind you everybody, there is a link to my Discord in the list of things. The description, that thing. Please check the links in the description. There we go. My husband is using his phone ATM. I use his Discord LMAO. Oh, at the moment. Okay. So many different meanings for ATM. I is too lazy to make my own accounts, so I piggyback off of his accounts. I did the same thing with my wife's, but the bank is telling me I need to call in and set up my personal information on the account so that I can access it without using all of her passwords and stuff. So there's that. I thought some people were going to want to see how I did some of this, and that gets kind of freaky cool considering I'm looping everything back through. Look at that, jump into itself and then jump into itself and then jump into itself. Oh, that is so cool to watch. It's just overlay over overlay over overlay over overlay. Alright, so I'm weird, I'm quirky, I'm messing around with this stuff. Is there anything anybody wants me to show them behind the scenes? I can show you my sounds. I don't know if you can see that. No, probably not. Now you can see it. There we go. Wow, that's really weird to watch. That's quirky weird. and then you can see it just keep going in the background, getting smaller and smaller. But this is where I play my sound effects, because I've got the... I gotta take that off a loop. I don't want that on loop. Alright, so I've got the scream. I got a buzzer. Time's up. The gong. It's a long drum roll. Alright, that's enough drums. I got... Yeah, because I never tell anything funny. If you want me to hold you in suspense and draw out the entertainment. Welcome whoever just joined. Have a seat. Ask me some weird, funny, technical questions and I will try and help. It's supposed to be OBS tutorial, but my OBS learners didn't show up and nobody's had any OBS questions, so now we're messing around. Messing around is always fun. What did I just do? Drum effects? I got clapping and laughter because everybody loves what I do here. So much so I have to actually record this and leave it in the back just so I actually get the clapping and laughter. Let me see if I can get into the folders. I don't save everything and I can't show you everything. Where did that folder go? Oh, there. I can't show you everything on my computer because what I will do is I will open up the programming menu for the game, which I won't do now because it has questions written in it and I don't want to give them all away. And I will look for text 1, new 2. Oh, those are the stories that I started that I was working on. I got to get back to those. I'm working on a short backstory for the NumbedSkull. Did I save that page I was reading, or was that one on my phone too? Okay. So, because I lost my mom, I have 2 phones. One of them doesn't have service. The one that doesn't have service is my NumbedSkull phone. It basically runs on Wi-Fi. It doesn't have a phone number to it. It just has email, and because it's an iPhone, it has, you know, iPhone capabilities, which is kind of nice for this account. And then I have my phone, and what I will do is when I'm writing questions, I will research on my phone, and I will sit and read through a couple pages of report when I'm looking for something I don't know about. I will sometimes randomly, sometimes not so randomly, look up, and what I just searched was transgender, I believe. And I'm looking at tgmentalhealth.com is one site. That one's also tgmentalhealth.com. So these are the discussions of mental health issues for gender variant and transgender individual friends and family with posts by New York City psychotherapist Amy B. Kaplan, LCSW. The prevalence of transgenderism, an update. It goes on to say, I offered some information about prevalence in a previous post. I am reposting these studies here with the addition of some new studies, filling in some omissions, adding links where available, and adding some new thoughts. These are studies observed at least the year 1990 to the present, and where prevalence estimates were made, sorted to be last year of the study, not the publication year. Note, N equals number of people in the study, MTF, male to female, female to male, FTM. Prevalence should be read as 1 in 42,000. And I can go through here and get into some of the individual studies, which I think I started doing. I'm not sure what page I was on here. It measures, I forget what this is called. Cognitive Thought knows what these are. They're a compilation of different surveys and studies done to try to get a group set of results to look at. So, for this one, I just typed in transgender, picked a random link, started reading, Looked for something that struck. I saw, what was the title of this one? I saw the title of this one, Transgender Mental Health, the Prevalence of Transgenderism. And I think it was, I saw that, went in here and started reading through the report, looking at the studies. So let's just give you a quick overview of the page. And again, I'm on my phone, so it's a mobile page. And I haven't transferred it to my computer yet. So MTF 1 in 42,000, FTM 1 in 104,000. MTF, or let me explain the surrounding of that. That's in Germany from 1981 to 1990. The author was Wise and Osberg, done in 1996. It was people granted legal change of name or gender status out of, I think, N is the number of people in the study. There was 1,047 people in the study. In 1986 to 1990, the Netherlands receiving hormone therapy of 713 people. Male to female ratio was 1 to 11,900. The female to male ratio was 1 in 30,400. Prevalence should be read as 1 in 42,000. Yeah, I'm reading that right. Circa 1998, Scotland, 273 people. I mean, these aren't large group studies. In 2001, Horton M.A. In 2008, written by Horton M.A. for a study in 2001 in the USA based on a survey of surgeons who performed SRS. The ratio is 2 to 1. MTF is 1 to 750. FTM is 1 to 1,400. I'd show you the research, but literally all I do is open Google. I start with a keyword in my mind about the topic, and I look for a link that seems interesting. I read it, and I try to think of a backwards way first of looking at it, a way that doesn't make sense, and then I look for a way that does make sense, and then I try to find a question that allows you to look at both outcomes, if that makes sense. That's how I research for these. Other than that, some of the questions are just, this sounds like something that could entertain, and it deserves to be on the board. So I do my searching like that. Let's make this hallway move again, shall we? Where is my mouse? Alright, so now that I've shown you all those fun sound effects, I can get rid of those. What else do I have? There's always voice meter. I have found one thing I dislike about voice meter banana, and maybe somebody smarter than me can explain how to add another line here, a third digital line in and out, because what I want to do is add additional lines out, or additional virtual line ins to cover different chat rooms. So right now, if somebody jumps into a Hangout or Discord or Skype with me, they will come through from chat here, and then it comes out and goes to, let me more appropriately say this. I'm speaking here. My audio for my desktop comes in here. And then I send the audio from my desktop here, goes to my ears. And then here goes out to B1. B1 comes out here, goes into other applications like Skype and Discord, and then comes back in here. But because I'm sending out all of my sound to you, I don't want to send it all out to the audience. Because I'm sending me speaking and my sound out to the person I'm in chat with. They're hearing me and my audio, and I'm hearing what they bring back. So I send that out on different channels. So I can I can switch it up and bounce it around. But the problem comes in if I want to talk to somebody in Skype and talk to somebody in OBS. I need a separate channel for Skype to go in and out of, if that makes any sense. I probably don't even have anybody paying attention to me anymore. I'm not even talking about OBS. Except that you can kind of see how my audio with OBS is working. Let me check this chat over here, see if it's just me or if it hasn't moved. That's how I did all of my high school papers, although I used a dictionary and a library. You are forgetting the card catalog and the Encyclopedia Encarta, which was free for a lot of people for 1995 to 99. That's probably why they went out of business. Dictionary. I have good dictionaries. Yeah, that is... I don't use anything complex. You could easily recreate my show if you have just an aptitude for using free software. I try to keep doing things as differently as I can. I try to be creative with what I do, so I do watch other streams and go, okay, that's cool, I might do something like that, or okay, I don't like that, I'll make sure I change this up. That's why my chat is on the left. I'm starting to see it catch on a little bit. Alright, so this is turning out to be a pretty dry stream. Nobody got back to me. Let me check my mentions over here in Discord, and no messages to me. Nothing in the Hangout. Anybody else in here got anything? Questions, comments, queries, posers? I feel like I can show settings now. Will it pop up? There it is. And then this is what everybody wants to see right here. This is the important OBS page. Alright, I'm running my bitrate at a mere 3500. Rate control is the CBR. Not sure what all that means. I'll leave it. I didn't change that. I tried to make this 0. It wouldn't let me. Target balanced. I'm not rescaling because I've already got my output where I want it. This is what I tell people. Your encoder settings. This one right here. My computer has like 4 of them, and depending on what you use for your encoder setting, you might get a laggy, jumpy stream. So there's that. My audio, again, I have everything routed through the microphones through my voice meter, and whoops, I don't fix anything else in here. Let's get out of there. I'm using up hardcore using my computer. Discord's paying attention to me. OBS is paying attention to me. XSplit is paying attention to me. Everything's running pretty damn smooth for everything I've got on. I'm glad to see you're still here. What else can I show that's quick and easy? Oh, here, how about a real quick behind the scenes? All right. Start at the top. Here's my Tinker scene. It's blank. I'm sorry. Oh, I guess I can't do that. Oops. All right. How am I going to do this now? Huh. This is an interesting predicament I did not expect to find myself on. How the audio and editing. If I open up anything to do audio and editing right now, I will probably crash my computer. Some people I do know use OBS to do the audio and editing. I know how to add it in. Here's what we do. We're going to add a scene. And we're going to show you how's that look? Oh, that's going to keep folding in. Oh, there it goes. Let's unfold it. I'm listening to. I actually got one yesterday, so I have like 3 streams on my channel. Figured it out. LOL. Hey, ho. I am openly taking questions. I am basically, this stream was just to help a couple people out and they didn't show, so I'm openly taking questions and just blah blah blahing. Sir, I have Adobe, sir. Sir, I also have Adobe, sir. Sir, my mouse will not work, sir. One moment, sir. While I show you fine sirs, my mouse not working. Come on. Come on. Boom. I have an older Adobe, sir. See? I make my own shit. Where's shit? Me no see no shit. Check out my Adobe skills, sir. Let's move OBS over so I can see what I'm showing you guys, because that makes it difficult. Okay. So, for a quick rundown, just so you guys understand the difficulty I'm having, I am using OBS to broadcast this stream. I do not currently have the Hangout running. I am in Discord if you want to jump on and chat with me on the stream. I'm in my green room, I believe. I am also using XSplit to capture my display because OBS is arguing with my graphics processor. It likes my high-end processor, but my display monitors do not like my high-end processor, and I forget how to get OBS off the high-end processor and then separate it. But for some reason, XSplit will read my displays, even though it is also running on the high-end processor and the displays are not. So maybe I might start playing with using XSplit, or no, what am I using? Yes, XSplit, and sending that out to Restream and broadcasting out on Mixer through Facebook and into Twitch and on YouTube at the same time. What is made by different companies? Everything is made by different companies. I'm using so much stuff right now, it's not made by the same people. Here is my Adobe, sir. And I use that for a lot of stuff. Alright, so we'll pull that over here out of the way. What else can I show you, fine folks? Well, let's see. Let's take that down. You'll have to explain which ones are which is which, made by different companies. OBS not one. Autocorrect got me. Autocorrect gets me all the time. The weirder the funnier. Yes, you should still be earning them. I never closed it. So as long as I'm streaming. Oh, I didn't know that told me how many viewers I have too. Not that I need 6 different places on my screen to tell me how many people are watching me. Unless I line them all up just right, instead of looking like I have 4, it could look like I have like 444,444. That would be fun. I could make that work. How do you come out someone's face and put it on a different body in a video? Well, let's give you something to look at. If you're doing it in OBS, let me give you guys the screen to see. There you go. Now watch it. It's gonna, there we go. We're going down the hallway again, guys. We're going down the hallway. Here it goes. Flick. Here it goes. It's gonna go again. Flick. Here it goes. It's going again. Flick. Oh, down the hallway. All right. Now that I'm done playing with that, let us move Me. Where is me? I'm a haha. I'm an image. So I'm going to be image 3 maybe? If I move image 3 above, nope. I am part of the image. So I need to import myself. Alright. I'm going to import myself. Sorry guys. You can't see anything yet, but I'm not going to let you either. My apologies. What is a good way to do this? What is a really good way? Let me find icons. Do I have icons? Okay. We're going to take this and we're going to bring it in. And then you guys should see that Discord logo. Okay. So I don't like the... Let's say I don't like the blue on the Discord logo here. I need to put something in the back there so you guys can see what is going on. What is going on? Alright, so that's image 3 right now. There we go. We'll give you the teleprompter so we can see. And then we'll move the Streamlabs chat up a little bit. And then we'll take my, no, that's the world. Alright, we'll take image 3. And we'll put it right up here in the front. Alright, so I want this Discord logo to show up right there where you guys can see it on the front of everything. Okay? Now, what I can do is right click on it, or right click over here, and you go down to the filters option. You click on the plus sign and go to color key. This is one of my favorites. And what would I like to do? Would I like the blue to disappear and to see the white controller, or would I like the white to disappear and just see the blue square with the color overlay? I think we want the blue to disappear. So we're going to click here in key color type and take it to custom color. We're going to select a color, go into this menu and pick screen color tab right there. And then we're going to pick this blue to get rid of it. You see, it identifies it, so we'll click OK. And it removes the blue from the outside. Only that one color. So then when we come back, I got a Discord logo just chilling here. And we'll take it back over. And we'll put it at the top of the chat to let everybody know I'm in Discord right now. And then we'll click on something else. Outside. And we're golden. Did I misgender you? Oops. How does that make me racist? How do you cut someone's face and put it on a different body in a video? I meant one must be more compatible with your graphics card processor. My graphic card processor is a picky son of a bitch. I have the NVIDIA GeForce 840M 3D graphics processor. So when I originally bought it and tried to use it, there was only 54 programs on the market. A couple months later, there was 72. And now they're almost everywhere. I've got left and right programs, games, applications, and the fact that I have so much stuff on my computer. I'm running Razer Chroma software, 2 different versions. I'm running NVIDIA software, a couple versions. I'm running the Intel graphics software. I'm running a bit, and I'm trying to monitor it all, and I'm going back and forth on everything. So watch me burn this fucking computer to the ground before I can afford a new one. Oh, and that'll be a while at the rate I'm going. I was thinking about building one this year, but I might want to fix my kitchen first, and that might cost me a bit more than the computer. Okay. Autocorrect hates us all. That was the last statement. Okay, so If you're making a video using OBS, then you can use the color key to remove a single tone colored background from what you're doing. I can show you that one more time. We will pick out another image. We'll call it image 4 just because. We'll browse for image 4. Please come up on the other screen. Yes, you came up on the other screen. Let's pick alright, so I have in this other thing, I have a foggy frame that I made. That's just gonna be stupid. I don't know. It's a PNG. Yeah, that's gonna be messed up. I have Gab, Facebook, Patreon, Streamlabs, Yahoo, YouTube, VidMe, and one that says whoa, and a window, and Minds, Discord, Twitter, one that says NumbedSkull, Thursday, November 2nd, back when I started the show. Let's pick Gab. Alright. So we'll put Gab there. You have this option to unload image when not showing. If you're running a computer like mine, sure, if you're running a computer that freezes up at the load of a web page, you're not going to want this to unload. So I don't usually make it. I just leave it and it'll stay there, be ready to load whenever you need it. So again, we have this funny looking Gab frog here. Then we can right click on the Gab frog, filters, we want a color key, and then we come over here and we will select custom color, and then we will select pick screen color, select black. Okay, let's close, and there is our Gab frog just chilling in the bottom corner without the background color. Just to note that this is why green screen is so dangerous. This is why recording yourself in front of a monotone colored wall that's well lit is dangerous. You can really see how easy it is to put you about anywhere. Also, depending on how well lit and how well recorded you are, if you use face cam, that's also very, very dangerous. Let's confuse things. My CPU keeps telling me high usage. That's good to know. Alright, so here is studio mode. What does studio mode do? Studio mode will allow me to show you things from the show. Why does that? Oh, that's game board only. That's why. There's the sound booth, and you can see my mic levels moving up and down in the sound booth. Thank you for all that hard work. Really, it's a pain in the ass. What else? Anybody else got anything over there they wanna see a quick tutorial on? If I can help. As we hit the 1 hour mark, I've got 4 whole people enjoying my form of numbed entertainment. That's my new company name, Numbed Entertainment. Filing the papers next week when I get my $1 to pay for an EIN number. I'm just fucking around. I'm not filing the paperwork till I hit that mark. Freaking government's trying to take more money from me from when I lost my job. Just got a letter in the mail. They want $700 for me being terminated and having to cash out my retirement. And I already paid them most of what I had to cash out, so I've gotten almost none of all that money I put in. Awesome. 2 years, not even $6,000. I've been fined, penalized, and taxed on so much of it that I didn't even see a total of $2,500 when I'm done. Absolutely stupid. Thank you, U.S. government, for thinking $5,700 is a large amount. What it was I lost my job, and because I was advancing so quickly, I was putting a large amount in there. So it was employee and employer contributions, and everything you put into a retirement plan is usually taken out before the taxes in your check because you're investing it. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100%. It's been a while. So if you have to cash it out, you got to pay tax on it. So when you cash it, the place that the IRA or 401 or whatever investment you have is through will take 10 to 20% off the top right before you get it. So if you have 6,000, they take 600 to 1,200 right off the top. Okay, then you get it, and you have to claim every penny you got as a taxable income because you didn't pay taxes on it when you put it aside. So when they do that, they tax you on not like a paycheck, but like a lump sum payment. And they charge you, I want to say, another 20% of what you got out of there. So that was $1,800. And then I got charged another $700 by my state, apparently, because somehow I filed it, but it didn't get filed properly. Thank you for using not TurboTax for the first time. So let's see, $1,800 plus $700 is $25, plus the original $12 is $37, and I only had $58, I think, in there. No, they took 700 and something away from me when I had like 58 or 59, and my payout was 51. So they took like 6 out of it. So it must have been about 10%, plus fees and whatnot. So let's see, 25 plus 6 is 31, and I didn't even have $6,000 in there. Yes, you get charged a fee for the paper check being mailed to you. It's like $50 just for them to mail you your check for the money that you can't do anything with anyways. So recommendation, if you are young and you are investing money, look for something that is not locked into your employer, because when you lose your employer, you will lose more than half of, in most cases apparently, the money that you invested or had invested because of legal loopholes that want you to invest money but don't have ways for you to continue on when you lose your job. Keep that in mind. Wow, we're way off the topic of OBS, this free open broadcast software stuff. So there's the sound booth layout, and every time I move my mouse I get a high CPU usage alert, and my stream is still healthy. We are at the 59-minute and 45-second mark right there. I decided that since I had some money, I bought a house to invest in. And I guess you could say it was a really, really good investment, because the total price I will be paying after mortgage fees and everything is less than half of the total current value of the house. And I don't have any mortgage interest, and there's no annuity or whatever it's called where they wrap up your taxes into the mortgage payment and then increase the mortgage payment. I just have to cover all that myself. But hopefully it was a good investment in the future. I now almost legally own 2 properties and need to sell one because it's not worth a whole lot. I need to get something back out of something, because all that investing I did last year, they changed the tax laws, and I get no credit for the money I spent on buying my first house or repairing it or anything. It wasn't a lot to begin with. I would have gotten a couple $100 back on the thousands I spent. I think I spent, and I have receipts for, including the purchase of the house and the lawyer, a bit over 20 grand. So I got a big lump sum. I tried to put as much of it into a solid investment. I bought a home that nobody can kick me out of. I just got to manage to keep paying for it. However, I did tell my wife to invest As long as she doesn't get terminated, we have a retirement through her, because you should have some sort of retirement plan. And being that I lost mine and I invested the money into the house, I need to lean on her retirement plan now. I'm not even going to ask what town you live in, and it does not even matter. You could buy a brand new house built the year before you bought it, and in 10 or 15 years, you are going to be spending roughly 10% of that house on the repairs and upkeep of the house. And you are going to be spending between 10 and 20% of the cost of the house on taxes to keep the house. Even if you paid for it entirely, you are going to spend, I want to say, 1% of the cost of the house on transfer fees, maybe a little bit more, and filing and application fees and all that stuff. You're going to spend a good deal of money on, well, it's less than rent until you take into account standard upkeep versus what you can afford as upkeep. With the cost of everything these days, it almost seems stupid to want to have bought a house, but it does give me something as long as I don't fall behind on taxes. So there is that little incentive. Oh, taxes. Let me just briefly say that I would rather pay a sales tax on the total value of the house for the term that I intend to own it for than I would like to pay land taxes and school taxes on the value of the house for the term that I own it for. Between land and school taxes, I'm paying 3 to 4% of the value of my house in taxes per year. Please tell me that's a year, not a month. If you're spending $6,000 a month, that's ridiculous. $6,000 a year would be $500 a month, which $500 a month is even in my area, in a lot of regular areas, let's call them, $500 to $600 a month is awesome. Plus utilities, depending on the area you live in. I know that different companies, I used to be under SMUD. SMUD, I love saying that. Sacramento Municipal Utility District. And I know sometimes the prices were good, sometimes they weren't. Alright, so let's take your $6,000, and you are not responsible for any upkeep on your apartment. You are not responsible for taxes. You just pay your utilities. So I'll drop all my utilities off of this. My taxes for the house for this year, school and land, are just over $2,000. My bathroom repair last year cost me between $1,400 and $1,600. The kitchen repair cost me almost $1,000. The back door cost me $1,000. The backyard cost me $8,000. The garage needs a new door and the back wall replaced. The house and the garage both need painting. I need a roof replaced in the next few years on one side of my house. My gutters need to be redone. I need to finish the front sidewalk and put a walkway in the backyard. The driveway is dirt and mud right now. I could really use to fix that, especially since I kind of live in town. I probably should be investing between $5,000 and $8,000 a year into this property, and there's no way in hell I could ever afford that. On top of the taxes and the utilities that I pay, and because I'm in town, they tend to be a little more down here than they were at my last property, but a little easier maintained than they were at my last property. I I dread the utility bills sometimes when they come in, because you can't really always anticipate unless you're going to sit there and check all your meters. And again, on top of that, I have to note that being that I lost family members, I have 2 properties that I take care of. Only one of them I legally own. The other one I am legally obligated to, so I take care of that as well. And there's no maintenance done on that one right now. That's why I don't know what to do with it. So I probably spend about I want to say $11,000 last year on maintenance for this house. And on an average year, $4,000 worth of maintenance, it really isn't a whole lot. Let's say in your apartment, your refrigerator went. You're looking at $600 right there. You're in an apartment, so let's say shoveling your driveways at $20 a shot. Let's average that out about once a week for 12 weeks. So there's $2,400 in service fees for keeping your driveway clear. Trash removal, that's going to cost you about $70 a month to $100 a month, depending on your location, I think. And most of the time that's included in your rent. Also, if you get in-town water and sewer, that's usually also included in your rent. That's not a utility you often have to take care of. It's a building-wide utility. So there's a few things. Yeah, I'm sitting on a load of them. I don't want to get into my problems, but I'm sitting on a load of them because of an insurance problem we had a couple of months ago, and it was supposed to be straightened out last week, and we were supposed to be reimbursed for the mistake, but it hasn't been yet. So I just keep rescheduling everything I can, and when it does get reimbursed, it puts me exactly back where I'm supposed to be on my budget, minus the late fees that I have now. So yeah, I keep a pretty tight budget. That's why I'm happy a few people saw some of the I got a couple of cool quick $5 bills. Those are awesome. I'm tucking those away into a nice little nest egg for my YouTube stuff. Excuse me. Drinking soda, burping up a storm here. Yeah, I dread the notice that shows up on my door. I haven't gotten to those yet. I've gotten to right before things get turned off. I call them and make the most of a payment I can afford, and I just keep going. I've got everything arranged and moved around the best I can. I just gotta, day by day. Back to OBS. Let's switch and show something cool. What else? Can we cheer the day up? I'm just ranting and raving. When I'm done here, I gotta go back to washing dishes. So ask questions. Give me something to work with here. I still see nobody hanging out in there. Huh. We can come over here and I can show you guys. Let's see. There's the guest cut in, which is nothing. There's the guest scene, it's just a podium. And then here's another one. And on the podium, if you can tell, is the Great Debate game show. I don't know if anybody notices that during my show, but in the podiums of the guests, when I have guests, there's a Great Debate screen in each podium. That's where I do that right there. And then mine just has the Great Debate logo and the scroll. Why is that so small? Let me see if I can make that bigger. It just says Unwanted Reaper, the person I'm thankful for, starting a YouTube nest egg for me. My whole whopping cherished $10. Let's see, we got the lineup. This is where I can add in the other podiums. that are somehow stacked on top of each other. This one's supposed to be there, and this one's supposed to be there. And then from this lineup, that goes right here to during the chat. It brings in the TGD lineup. And all of these will have the begin intro because of begin intro scene has the intro. So as long as I include it in the rest of the scenes, then I can switch to any of these scenes and it won't restart the intro. Then I can close up on myself. I can close up on the guests. That's all that takes. I know it seems like a lot more sometimes, but really the hard part is getting it to getting into the habit of switching it over when you need to. See you later. Open broadcast software. Have fun, Bronner. I'm about done as it is. I will possibly be doing another chatter stream either tomorrow or the next day. We'll see what happens depending on what's going on. This was supposed to be a tutorial chatter stream. I am not going to leave it live. I'm going to leave it in link only just because that seems like a lot of hassle to post this up for a bunch of just chit chat. Basically, OBS is a free way. I'm sure there's paid programs. I just don't know what they would be. OBS is a free way to broadcast what you're doing on your stream. So you've seen a lot of people for a while have been doing the Google Hangout thing. And as streaming started to become popular and then YouTube switched over to making it a predominant thing, OBS has really picked up steam, and it's because, like you see, let me switch back to this view. I can bring in all sorts of stuff, and I can overlay and get rid of different, and go back to just chilling on the chatter stream, which I had set up. But OBS is supposed to give me the ability. That looks cool. That looks kind of cool. Maybe I need to play with that. Maybe I need to develop myself a space station or something. That wouldn't be neat. Let's do this. Alright, so down here I should be able to take display capture, and the problem is that it's not reading the display. It's not picking up on either of my monitors. So display capture is out. Now I can go in here and capture a window. Let's do a window capture. Not Photoshop. It's not giving it to me. Yep, there's Photoshop. Voice meter, Explorer, Discord. It won't give me Discord. It gives me a black screen because of the Discord limitations. I downloaded the thing to work with it. I just haven't messed with it yet. I think we mentioned that back at the beginning. And there we go. Show me XSplit. Load it, load it. Okay, now we'll put XSplit right over top of this. So maybe it won't look so... And then we'll take out this video capture device. Alright, so why is it not showing me what is on the screen? That is interesting. See, there's another cool glitch. Now, I actually have stuff on the screen in XSplit, but for some reason you guys can't see it. If I bring this back up, and we'll silence that one. Let's see what I gotta do here. I'm gonna have to shrink it down, and I'll have to key it back out here. This is what is on my XSplit screen right now. And this is also a key to why I don't like XSplit and why I haven't used it. And here is the window capture from XSplit that it's giving me. So what I need to do to make this make sense is take this and go like that, and then I will take this one and I will go like that, and I'll move it down and over, and then we'll move it up. There. That's what you should see on XSplit right now. And that's showing you my OBS window overlaid onto XSplit for what I see on XSplit right now. Now I can expand this on there, and you're seeing what I'm showing you of my screen. I guess I could play with this. The only thing I don't like is that watermark, and I don't want to pay for it. So not gonna use the watermark. Yes, to your that is cool. This is one of my favorite layouts. This this sound booth, I made this in Adobe, sir. I used my Adobe to put this together, sir. Does it look real? And you can see my voice meter moving. Wait, why did it stop moving? There it goes, it's moving. Okay, it's not moving with me because I'm looking at the wrong screen of a screen of a screen of a screen on the screen of a screen with another monitor screen. Gonna make me scream. Gonna make me scream. That's enough of that shit. Alright, so, and right on the edge of the display. Hey, look at that. Let's see what I can do with this. If I remove this, now I'm really playing around. Add screen capture. And I want to capture all of this except for my start menu. Now we'll get rid of the soundboard look, and we'll stretch this out, and you can see I'm getting a high CPU usage. XSplit is not liking me for looping all this. I'm looping it and it's looking loopy. 1905 by 1034. Well, that's an off aspect ratio. That's because I don't have the bottom of the screen in there. Stream inception. No. I have this knack, and it could be called a good knack or it could be called a bad knack. I have this knack of playing with programs and technology to the point where I crash them. So if there is something I can make something do, it will do it. It will do it the way I want it, or it will crash trying. With that being said, I believe I'm the first person to live stream my live stream as I'm live streaming the live stream. So you can literally see what I'm doing on the back end until I click and show you something stupid. And everything now has to refresh. There it goes, there it goes, there it goes, blank, 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 blank. And because I switched to scene 2, it's going to refresh. And I lost my stream inception comment and all others. That sucks. How do I not... Okay, so for some oddball reason, when I made the setup that I use for my show, which I wish I could save this setup. I probably can and just haven't figured it out or cared. I need to save the whole setup and all of the things I have and then blank out OBS and set it up again. Okay, now there's a difference between me crashing applications and most other people crashing applications. I crash applications with the intent to max out the ability of what it can do, to see what it can take and how long it can handle my stress. Other people go, fuck, what did I do and why isn't it working? That's nowhere near the same thing. I have my CPU running so hot right now that the fan is getting louder and louder and is almost starting to sound like my furnace blower. Hey, Unholy Mole, welcome! Where are you? Why are you not here? I sent you a message in Discord. Well, sort of. I added you in the general chat of my Discord, and there is an open green room with me sitting there waiting for somebody to talk back. I've been streaming for an hour and 23 minutes, but we've gone over all sorts of cool things. I wonder how many bones I have. That would be an interesting question. Unfortunately for me, what did I do? Oh, I am going to, 1, have to put my reading glasses on because that's why I'm having a hard time. 2, I'm going to have to realize I only loaded the watch screen on one computer this time. Probably for the best, or I might have crashed my computer. Let's see. What's the command? Bone. Oh, yeah. I remember that conversation. You just push buttons. Apparently, I don't count for watching my own stream. Oh, wait. Hold on. Am I watching my own stream? I should watch my own stream. Maybe I'll gather some bones. Maybe I'll just have to give myself a bunch of bones. Knick, knack, paddywhack, give myself a bone. This NumbedSkull. Manic Idiot is live with opinions 36 minutes ago with Viper. That's a fun one to watch. Manic Idiot. I have to say, he has to be one of the people I sort of tried to make my name kind of like his. Although I'm not a Manic Idiot. I'm more of a numbskull. So it works. I apologize if I loop the audio over. And I apologize if I loop the audio over. Do I really sound like that? I apologize if I loop the audio over. Sound like that? Holy crap. I gotta stop listening to myself on my own stream. I can bone myself. I need to bone myself. Probably not what I need to be saying live. So are you going to join me, Unholy Mole, or am I just going to sit here and keep talking to myself until I just feel like pressing that stop stream button? I've been tempted a few times and then I distract myself and keep talking about BS. But I suppose that's alright. See, I'm watching on another device. Tweet, tweet. Twiddly-dee. I do that to my kids when they try to do the Twitter. I sit there and go, no. It's tweet, twiddly-dee. No, it's not. She rocks in the treetop all the day long, hopping and a popping and a singing a song. All the little birds on the jaybird street love to hear the robin go tweet, rockin' robin, tweet, twiddly-dee, rockin' robin. Unholy Mole, you're in my Discord. I'm in the green room. No link needed. You're there. We'll see how laggy we make this. I would open another Hangout, but because of my screen discrepancy issues, it would be a bad idea. What would I share on the Hangout? You think this is a stream screen inception? I could open a Hangout and share my screen, and then share the screen of me sharing a screen, and then I could share the screen of me sharing a screen while I share the screen. And all of the viewers heard that little beep. So let me sneak over here and check. And we have a muted mic mole unintentionally M'd out. It's Mitch, the muted microphone mole. His name's not really Mitch, but we'll just go with it for now. Mitch, the muted microphone mole. The microphone muted mole. Mitch, the microphone muted mole. That's too many M's. Oh, I don't know. I don't use push to talk. Do I have push to talk set up in here? I'm not pushing to talk, and I got a green circle around my head. Go into settings. Let me know if I do have it set where you have to push to talk. I will check. And everybody has permissions. Oh, hold on. It's me, Mole. It's me.
Sure, I can hear you now.
It's me. Sorry about that.
That's right, buddy.
I set this green room up this morning for just giggles and shits, and I didn't realize that I didn't check the allow no push to talk.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out how the fuck it. I was like, push to talk. I'm like, I've never seen that in my life. I mean, I've heard of it before. I've heard other people use it, but I've never really went into my settings and fucked with it. It had to have been on your end.
I fuck with all of my settings. That's why shit doesn't work sometimes.
Yeah, like the OBS thing, like I remember a lot of what you told me, but like for some reason, like you know how like if you pull up a different layer, it should like show the one layer and then the second layer and then the third layer. For some reason, like it's only showing like whatever, like only one layer will show at a time. Like I'll have them all on there, but only one layer will show up.
Are you talking sources?
OBS, yeah.
You're talking your sources.
Okay, your scene. You know how you start a new scene for a new overlay, I guess you could call it.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. Well, I'll start a new scene, but it'll let me pick the scene, but like it won't show all the scenes on there as a layer. Like it'll like just show the latest one. I don't know
why. I'm sure you're following along on my stream live, which is probably semi-difficult right now, also because it looks confusing. It looks and is confusing because I am literally broadcasting live with OBS right now. OBS refuses to cooperate with my displays, so it will not capture display for me. So for me to capture display, I have to capture an outbound video source from another unit. So I'm capturing my display on XSplit, broadcasting it from XSplit to OBS, and then capturing it with OBS and broadcasting it out. So if I open a Hangout right now, I may have no audio or video, so bringing you in a hangout with Discord and XSplit and OBS running, plus I've got Adobe on, my computer is sitting here like trying not to cook.
Right. Let me up this fucking hill. Ugh.
It says I'm using oh crap, let me mute myself if I can find that setting. Hold on, guys.
Do, do, do.
I can't help but laugh. Hold on, let me get rid of the tune that I just turned on while I started laughing. That was... Alright, so I recognized the number, which is why it wasn't a, oh, they can wait and I'll call them back. It was one of my kids' schools, and all the schools call with the same number, so I don't know which kid in which school. I answer the phone. Apparently my daughter ran into something and she's got a goose egg on her head.
How old is she?
5.
Same age as my son.
Oh.
He's got the flu really bad right now.
No, she ran into a wall. She's got a halo goose egg on her head.
Oh, poor little thing.
Just as soon as the nurse started saying she ran into the wall and she's got a goose egg, I started laughing. The nurse is like, well, she's okay. I'm like, yeah, she usually is. This isn't the first time. My kid.
Is she a klutz?
No, it's like my son, when he was about 4 years old, he thought it was funny shit to run into things. And he once threw my hat on his head, brought the brim down right over top of his eyes, stood up and spun a circle, turned and ran right into the corner of the wall. Fell on his ass, hit the floor, a line straight down the center of his forehead, right through his nose from hitting the wall. Gets up, starts laughing, takes off down the hallway, and runs into a door. My daughter, a couple of weeks ago, walking in the front door, turns around. When she turns back, she walks straight into the front door she was just walking through. Comes back in, decides it'd be fun to pull her hat over her head, walks across the room and ran into the corner of the wall.
Kids crack me up.
Oh, it's great. Especially watching them injure themselves.
Yeah. Oh, my old lady freaks out. Like, she'll help my son get hurt, Nick will get hurt, and she'll fucking have a fit. I'm like, man, there were knowledge bumps. He learns not to do that shit again. That's what it's about, man.
That's what it's about.
You hurt yourself, you'll tend not to do stupid shit no more. I mean, as you get older, I mean, you might flounder a little bit as a child, but as you get older, you'll learn, hey, man, if I don't do stupid shit, I won't hurt myself.
All right, let me see if I can get you a better view. What do we need to help you with? All right, so you've got scenes. Scenes are different than sources.
Yeah.
What are we looking at? By the way, Dark Sasuke says, hi, Mole. I don't know if you caught that.
Hello there. Yeah, I wanted to, because Mad Dodge, yeah?
No.
Or the Mad Libertarian, a buddy of mine. Anyway, me and him want to do like a conspiracy theory type stream, watch videos like debunk like Hollow Earth shit like. And I wanted to do it on OBS because I mean we could do a regular Google Hangout, but then we won't be able to watch video. how we do it.
And OBS allows you to do all sorts of cool shit like me right now.
Hell yeah, it does. I had to download a different media player, though. I had to download VLC media player because my media player wouldn't play on OBS, but
yeah,
now,
I'm playing with those features and settings. I think that's why it won't display my you remember when I was showing you how to use OBS, I showed you by displaying my display through OBS. Now I have to use XSplit to display my OBS display through OBS. So obviously I played with too many settings and glitched something out, and what I did was I tried to up everything to run smoother, and to run smoother it wants to put OBS on the different processor, and OBS won't talk to my displays on that processor for some reason. I don't know. So you have a source, and what we're looking at right now is my source. What is it I can show you? Let's take this.
I mean, I remember how you told me to do it, but I'm just wondering if there's something, am I doing something wrong that, like, why this, like, okay, remember how before you showed me how to put the mole up there, and then, like, we had, like, the skull, and you were teaching me how to, like, turn it and shit, but both of them showed up the same.
I don't know if that's your audio cutting out or mine.
The finished product.
Hold on, I
can add all these.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. You'll have to bear with me. I am on high processor usage. I was wondering if that was you or me. I'm going to apologize to those anxious to collect bones. Oh, you know what? I'll leave it running. I'll just take down the monitor window. I'll take down that monitor window. I will close that folder. I will get out of Adobe. I am sorry, Adobe. Sir, we will have to be closing you down now, sir. Close, sir. I said close yourself.
I said good day to you.
Sir, I said good day. I only have 17 more minutes to stream. We'll save you as untitled because I don't care. Now close. Close and give me back my bandwidth. I guess it's not really bandwidth that I'm losing. It's processing power. So, let's have it back. I just froze Adobe.
What time do your kids get out of school?
The first one gets off the bus in about 20 minutes. 20 to 30 minutes.
About 3 o'clock, a little after? You're on the East Coast, right?
Yeah.
Or East-ish, you're at. How's the weather where you're at?
Rainy. Now that I have all of that closed, I'm not entirely sure if it was.
We have a foot of
snow.
I'll trade you.
We had that last week.
Yeah, well, ours hasn't gone away.
Just keeps we got snow and then it rained, and then we have a lot of ice.
Oh, that baby.
All right, I think that's a little bit of your audio. I don't think that's entirely my computer anymore. But we'll deal with it.
I got you. I got the stream muted, so I'm not hearing two different fucking things.
Oh, absolutely no. I've got a lot running on this computer. Just running XSplit and OBS is taking a lot of. Oh, that could be another reason. It's got double windows open on things. Let me just check on that for a sec. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What else do I still have? Okay. The problem is that OBS, XSplit, and Discord are pulling a lot right now. So we'll just have to take it slow and easy. All right. Let me take this one. And you'll have to bear with me as I'm crossing the technologies here.
I'm good, man. I don't have anything to do.
Can you read what I have up on the screen? Is that...
Yeah, you got scenes and sources, right? Mixer.
Okay. Now, let me see if I can figure out what it is I'm fucking doing. Alright, so what I'm putting out is that. Okay. Alright, you have to understand that every time I change one setting, I have to go through and check that that setting changed all the way across.
You're good. I'm fairly patient.
All right, so when you're running it, you are having a problem with your scenes or your sources not showing up in the scenes properly.
Oh, okay, maybe it's my sources that aren't showing. Like, because like the scenes are, yes, my sources that aren't showing up. Like, I'll click on it and then it'll appear, but then they don't all appear at the same time.
All right,
because they're layers, right? They're layers, correct?
The scene is a stage. Think of it as your scene as stage 1. It's a big empty building with nothing in it. Your sources are going to be your props, stage so effects and props and everything.
Okay, gotcha.
So if you need a television, you got to put a source to put the television in. If you need wood floor, you got to put the wood floor in. If you want red curtains, you got to put the red curtains up.
Yeah, like your setup, right?
Like, yeah.
No, I was talking about like I wanted to do me and Mad Dodge are going to do like the so like we're going to do like so I wanted to have his avatar in one corner, mine in the other, and then that way there'd be room in the middle for the media player to play the videos that we're talking. I mean, I could add more stuff later, but I mean, just for now, all I really want is 2 avatars and a video player in the middle. And like, I can get both the avatars up, but they won't show up at the same time. Mine will show up or his will show up, but not together.
All right. Let's go over that because I think I know what you're doing.
And let me pull OBS up and see if I can if we can walk through it together. Where are you at, OBS? Here in the rear with a bottle of beer.
I apologize to anybody still watching if you hear the clicking noise and it is not mold and it may be
click.
Yeah, you hear it?
I hear it, yeah.
I don't know. Is it coming through on my audio?
I don't know. I hear it on my head. I got my headset on, so I hear everything. Just like you can hear everything. They might not be able to hear it.
Oh no, they can hear it because we're capturing from what I hear. And you were talking and I didn't hear it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
See,
yeah, I want to. Come on, OBS. You gonna fucking cooperate with me or what?
Alright. Now that I have all these fancy screens up here, I can move things around. Let's get out of studio mode. Let's not move that. My 6-year-old is running from one end of the apartment to the other right now. He is losing clothes each lap. I hope there's a shower at one end of the hallway and he falls in and you just turn it on. Man down! Throw him in the tub! Wash the evidence away! One moment, shooting children with Nerf guns again.
I want to buy a Nerf gun to shoot my kid. That'd be
my
wife.
My son has a tote outside in the garage that comes out for the summer. It's got like 9, maybe 11 guns, 2 vests, 2 goggles. It used to have about 300 rounds of ammo in it. Now it's down to about 30.
Well, yeah, my old lady won't let my son have guns because they're religious persuasion. It's weird that my old lady's a devout Christian. I'm an atheist. Isn't that odd?
Yeah.
That's the way it is.
That.
It is.
Okay, so I'm going to go with this. Let's see.
Ooh, that's pretty.
You like that?
I do. Cool.
Alright, this is my chatter stream setup. So what I'm going to do is we're going to use my emblems that I used from earlier in the tutorial. And these are going to be our characters that you want talking in where? The corners?
Yeah, okay. All right. I got my OBS pulled up right now. Okay. Now, I got scene 1. There's nothing there. Scene 2 is my avatar, but it's only got one source. So when I go to scene 3, it's got my second source, and they're in the same spot. So, like, I don't understand why my sources aren't compiling.
Because you're backwards. I'll explain it to you. Hold on and watch. This is where it's going to get complicated. Let's see. Let's get rid of that. We leave that. Teleleft world window capture. Okay, so What you're doing
Yeah.
is you want to take the scene that you have that has your avatar in it and pick one stage to record from. Your scene is your stage. Your source is your stage paraphernalia, including your actors, your media, and yourself.
Okay. So should I just start over from the top, delete all my scenes, and just build it from the top?
All right. So here is my capture device.
Let me remember. I'm watching your stream, so it takes a few seconds.
Yep. I have another computer with the watch page open right next to me, so I can see when it pulls up. All right. So you see the source that I'm in and the scene, right?
Yeah. I see that you're on one. I don't see which one it is.
All right.
See that you have one.
It should show you just a second. Here it comes. Scene 2. I just created one and made this inside the scene, okay? So
I see what you're saying. So you're saying I'm doing it backwards. I shouldn't start with this. I should start with the source and build onto this.
Right.
So I'm adding a bunch of buildings and then trying to fill each one of them with us. Is that what I'm doing wrong?
Yes, but wait. All right. So watch. Let me switch this over so you can see that one.
All right. So from the beginning, though, if I had a totally blank slate, right? No scenes, no source. Do I pick a source first and then a scene, or do I just have one scene and then add sources to that scene?
You need one scene. You can't have anything if you have no scene. The scene is where you start. You create a scene. The scene is your stage building. So think Hollywood, stage 34. It's a big square building, just says stage 34 on it. That building could be empty. It's no longer a stage. But if you want to put a show on in there, you have to bring in everything you need. The stuff that you bring into the stage are your sources.
I think that helped right away, because now I got one of my and it has both my images on there.
Okay, now
I have that's okay now.
Don't go deleting everything if you already did. Okay, but if you still have the multiple scenes and you have something in the scene. Now, bear with me. I'm going to do this and say it in real time, and then you're going to see it slowly catch up as you're watching the live stream. So you can actually add a scene and then go through and pick one that you like. And in this case, I'm going to go with camera setup 1, just because it's a quirky little scene. And I'm going to transition into adding that. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Stop! What did I do? Why didn't that stop it? Transition back.
So you added that. Did you add that little TV? Is that what you added?
Yeah. The problem is that you see how I have all these scenes on the left. Okay, so now that I'm in studio mode, which I barely showed you, but I'm in studio mode, which allows me to tinker with the scenes without going to them. So here's my guest cut-in. You see I have no sources, right?
Yeah.
Guest cut-in is a blank cut-in for me to add to the people who are on my show. I'm working on making it work. Guest 1 is a podium with the game screen on it. So you see I import the game back into this scene. Then guest 2 is the same thing as 1. It's just a copy, but it's made so I can import different things. Each one is built, and then I use multiple scenes as sources inside a scene. And then I can take that scene and layer it over top of another scene. Hold on, it's coming. You'll see it layer right about now.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Curtain.
So each podium is its own scene. That way I can change each podium by itself, and then that podium gets imported into another scene where all of them are, And then the podium scene where everybody gets lined up gets laid in on another scene with a source for the back curtain.
Right, so it's
So
just
you
layers.
can layer your scenes as well as your sources if you want to get complicated.
Huh. Cool. So the scenes, okay, so one of my scenes has both of our avatars, okay? That's
Okay.
two sources. Now, but two of my scenes are just blank slate. So you're saying I can add stuff to them too?
Yes.
I can leave. I don't have to delete them. I can just leave them where they're at.
Right. You can import that into another one. So, see, it's going to take a second to catch up. But I'm currently importing the Discord guy to guest 1, okay?
Okay.
Then I'm going to go over here to guest 2, the scene guest 2, and I'm going to go over to the sources and add as a source the, we're going to add image 4, which was Gab. So we're going to make Gab contestant 2, okay? Let that catch up so you can see what I did. Okay, so you see I got Gab on that podium, right?
Yeah.
And on the other podium, I got the Discord guy, which should pop up on your screen in just a minute. Okay, and then I've got
I don't see it yet.
Then I've got my podium, and that'll pop up in just a second. And then all three of them come together on the lineup.
So.
Give it a second. There it goes.
So now, if I have a scene with my two avatars on, and I want to add another layer onto that scene, I would go to sources and leave it on that scene, right? I would just add another source to the scene. That's what I'm asking.
Okay, I'm trying to find the best way to show you this and explain it.
Well, I'm hopping back and forth, so it's kind of confusing for me.
All right. So let's say in scene 1, as your sources, you have a picture of you and your guest.
Okay.
Okay. So you create a new scene, scene 2. Scene 2, you decide is going to be whatever your background is. And you do it this way so you can change it later. I'll explain that to you because it gets complicated. But scene 2 is your background. Whatever you want behind you, behind the video, behind everything. You can add to, change, and move things around. You can literally create a set by, download a picture of a plant with a white background, color key the white background out, and put the plant on a picture of a table with the white background color keyed out, and layer it up and build your own scene, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I remember that.
Then you create scene 3. And in scene 3, source 1 will be your scene 2, which was your background. Source 2 will be scene 1, which was your characters. Source 3 will be the video that you overlay.
I get what you're saying. So you're saying that I can build up each scene and then
you can overlay the scene as a source.
Yeah, okay, I get what you're saying. And instead of finding a second source, add the one you already built on top of it as the source.
Right.
As a new scene, right?
And then, for instance, if you need to go back, let's say your guest doesn't show up today and you need to change your guest, okay? So let's say I need to go to lineup and my Gab guest didn't show up, but I still got my Discord guest.
Discord. Yeah.
So you'll watch on the live screen, the Gab guest disappears. And then when I go up to the guest shot, it's not there. So I can make changes to the original scene, and it'll just show up in my final scene.
Oh, okay, cool. Try that.
Another way.
I'm going to play around with it today, so.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's why I was doing this stream, is so we could test out and run different things. We have 2 Mega Blasters, 2 crossbows, a shotgun, and 3 revolvers. Okay. And then you get this scene right here. The video wall, which is literally just a scene that is a collection of other scenes, which you can see here. So you see all these Well, it'll pop up in a
Yes.
second. Hold on, give it a
It
second.
did.
There's the video wall. Now, in just a second, you'll see the sources list change when I go to the video wall main to where I built it. Do you see the list of sources?
Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of them.
Okay. Anything that says TGD is a show setup source. So TGD game is The Great Debate, the game board. The TGD lineup is the lineup for the show contestants. The camera setup camera setup 2.
You're saving each individual scene. That way you don't have to build it at the beginning of every one of your shows. You already have a I guess you could call it a palette set up. So like you already have all the colors you need. You have them saved, right? So you already have a scene, and you can add or take away different pictures from the scene you already have built, right?
Right. So sometimes changing minute details gets complex, but it'll change it through everything instead of just in one spot, because I run a game show, so I want the angle to switch. You might not switch your angle just running a debate stream, but know that you can change what you're showing. Let's say you want to watch 2 videos in your stream today. You can load one video up in scene 5 video 1 and one up in scene 5 video 2, and then inside your scene 6 you can make it play video 1 and video 2 separately, so that it'll do it as you want to see it.
Right. That way there's no lag in the stream either. That way it's not you having oh wait, hold on a second, I'll go find this video and I'll be that way it's all set up and you can go bam, hit it, bam, hit it. There we go. That way you're all set up from the start, right?
Right. You can even change your background from one video to the next. You can make it so that everything changes but you and your guest. You can make it so stuff happens behind you. There's all sorts of weird things you can do by playing with cutting and trimming the scenes in as a source.
Mm-hmm.
And back and forth. But yeah, you can set up a scene with everything you want to see, an individual scene for everything you want to bring in, and then set up one scene where you bring everything in, and that's the scene you work from because it's all brought in there. Then if you have to make changes, you just go over to the original scene you set up for that specific part, you change that part of that scene, and it'll take effect in the scene you run your end show on.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I have so many scenes. Everything with a star and a dash runs the intro scene, so during the show I can run any one of those scenes and it won't replay that intro sound. But if I try to click into a setup scene, it takes me out of the show scene into the setup scenes, the TGD setup scenes, where I can change little things about the show and leave the rest of it alone.
So how do you make a scene into a source?
Pay attention to the screen here. I'm gonna go.
Huh?
Let me get to a good spot. You're gonna go into sources at the bottom where it says plus. You're gonna click to the scene part, and it'll catch up here in just a second. You should be seeing it right about now. You click on that scene, and then it allows you to select one of your existing scenes.
Okay. And that's under you go to scenes, click on the plus sign.
Nope, you're gonna once you're in a scene, you go to sources, click on a plus sign in sources, and then add a scene as a source.
Oh, okay. All right. So if I already have if I have my scene with me and his avatar on there, okay, I'm on the main scene. So go into sources, click on the plus sign, and then I can add another image. You're saying to that one?
Yes.
To the one that's already pre-existing?
Yes. So if you see my screen right now, TGD lineup is a scene. In the scene TGD lineup, I am importing as a source TGD host, TGD guest 2, and TGD guest 1, which are all individual scenes. My layout is extremely complicated as well, so realize that. If you can figure out my layout, you can run anything you want on OBS, I guarantee. And tomorrow's guests for the show will be Gab and Discord. Oh, everybody just saw that high usage thing bounce through my screen there. No, you didn't. No, you all didn't. I did. Don't ask me why I get an absolute freaking kick when I'm doing nothing, and all of a sudden my computer goes high usage, high usage.
I don't know why I made it more difficult than it needed to be. Now my scenes are popping up just fine. I think I was just doing it backwards, like I'm pretty sure.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, like I was trying to build a scene into a source instead of the other way around.
Right. So if you look at my standard show, and this is really going to blow your mind. If you look at my show, and you look most of the time, it's me, the host, sitting next to the game board, that big screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
That big screen runs through 2 scenes by itself. The host runs through 3 scenes by itself.
Yeah, that is very layered and complicated. That might not need to be that.
But in order,
I mean, it might get better though. I mean, like I want to do other things.
All right, but I run a game show. I want screens and things showing in multiple places so that you get that effect of it being a game show. So let's use The Price is Right, a really well-known show. On the podiums in The Price is Right, there was the screens that had the prices. Well, I don't need prices. I need a screen that tells you what the board is reading. So if I'm zoomed in on a contestant, a guest shot close-up, excuse me, I can see what the board is reading. It says The Great Debate right there.
I'm waiting for the, there we go. Bam, now it's on.
But each of those screens on those podiums is a scene for the game looped back into the scene for the podium. Then the podium's looped into a lineup for the podiums, and then that is looped into the game show shot, and then that is run through a camera shot, and the camera shot is run into the wall.
Wow.
Yeah, I sat here for hours and started looping these back and forth to make it look like an actual show that would be produced. So when you go to the video wall, 3 of the screens on the video wall, which will pop up in a second, 3 of those screens are camera shots, the TGD camera setups that I made, that look at the stage at different angles and selections.
So you've been working on this for a while. I mean, building it up slowly.
I started using OBS in November.
In November? Oh, that's quite a bit of time, actually. November, December, January, February. 4 months, 3.5 months.
Yeah, about 3.5. I've been using it for about 3 months, and I've tried to use XSplit. There's what's it called? What is that thing called? The overlay that you can put on. The watermark from XSplit is pissing me off. I gotta find that's the only reason I don't use it.
Right, because you can't get rid of the watermark.
You have to pay for it to get rid of it. And then you can broadcast to even more channels and do more things depending on how much more you're willing to pay for each section of the program. But it also has scenes. Like, it's going to transition into the next scene now. So we're just going to take this out of studio mode. You son of a bitch. What is doing it? What is doing it? I don't know what's doing it. I do know how to turn it off. Intro. I don't have an intro shot on that. Why is it playing? Something has an intro shot. Not the world, not the chat.
Hey, I got a question for you. If I want to add text to my one of my images, how do I make, or actually, how would I make text be one of them? Like, say I want like a banner on the bottom that says,
you know, please check the links in the description to support this channel, something like that.
No. Like, say like, you know, I got my avatar and his avatar, and I wanted to add just like, you know, the Mad Mole show, like in text. So like,
look
at
how
yours.
Look at the bottom of my stream. Please check the links in the description to support this channel.
Okay.
Like that?
Oh, no. I mean, like, I want to I want one of my scenes to have like the Mad Mole show in the background. So, like yours, you know how yours says just some chatter up in the right hand corner.
Yeah, it's the same thing as the part on the bottom that says please check the links in the description.
Oh, okay. Well, how do you add text to it?
Sir, I use Adobe, sir.
Okay. Okay, I got you.
I create what I want to see, how I want to see it, and then I import it as an image. I try to make everything I do transparent, though. Then I don't have to color key it.
Right. That makes. Yeah, I'm really dumb when it comes to. I'm old, remember?
It's all right. I did
this. They didn't have computers in my school until I got out of. Well, they did, but they were like DOS. Oregon Trails.
Hey, I loved the Oregon Trail, and you can't be much older than me.
I still love it. I'm 40.
Yeah, you've only got a couple years on me. So you were in what? Maybe 8th grade when you got a computer in school.
Yeah. 8th grade sounds right. 8th grade
you
sounds
played
about right.
Oregon Trail, because I want to say I was in like.
I would say actually 6th grade probably.
4th or 5th.
I would say 6th grade is when I remember playing Oregon Trail, like because I used to go to the library. Or
we had it right in class. We had 2 computers and only 1 copy of Oregon Trail.
Yeah, remember that was back when like home computers were like something that just happened. I mean, like you had to have a lot of money.
Yeah,
I mean, computers are still expensive, but I mean they were real expensive back then. Can you imagine imagine the old fucking the old computers we used to play Oregon Trail on, like how much RAM there was on there compared to or how much processing speed on the computers.
If you want to compare, this is how you do it. There's this thing called a byte, and then there's kilobytes and megabytes and gigabytes. Okay, so we read by gigabytes right now. Okay. Merely 25 to 30 years ago, we read by bytes. When the computer started, it would load up and it would start at 0, and then you would watch it count by 2s or 4s till it said like 1,288 bytes, and then it would beep and it would load the next fragment of memory.
Remember, this is going to be kind of funny, but do you remember like porn when you were a child, like waiting for the fucking video pop up, like
videos? You had videos on your computer?
I meant a picture.
Oh,
so you'd be like, all right. Oh, a tit is coming. I see a tit.
It must have reminded you of a video by the pixelation count ratio as it swirled in and did the 16 pixels and then moved to the next 16 pixels.
Right.
You'd be sitting there waiting for your picture to download to just show the top of the areola. You'd walk away to get a drink. Your mom would come in and, what are you downloading?
Right.
A new screen, background screen for the computer.
Right. Oh, good. The old days. I miss the 90s. The 90s were a lot of fun.
I don't miss the speed of technology. If my phone moved that slow...
Oh, no, I don't.
If my phone moved that slow, I would just be throwing it everywhere.
Can you... But, like, music sucks, dude. I'm telling you. In the last 30 years, music has went fucking severely. 25 years.
I don't mean this to be mean in any way, shape, or form to anybody listening to what I have to say, including my buddy who I know once in a while might peek at the videos. But he was listening to his music in the road trip on the way back from his new apartment after we dropped off the truck. And the music he listens to is new rap, or whatever it's called. And I'm listening to it, and all it is somebody with a little bit of rhythmic speech talking over a tone. Like, just...
Oh, they call that mumble rap. I guess I'm old, but that's what it's called. It's called mumble rap. Yeah, where like there's a blah, 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 blah. They're not really. like you said, it's just rhythmic talking, pretty much what it is.
Yeah. Well, it has been fun. It has also been 2 hours and 11 minutes, and my son is going to walk through the door as soon as I unlock it for him, which I can't get to with my headset on. So, I'm going to call this a day.
I was surprised to see you streaming this late in the day, to be honest with you.
Well, I am sticking in Discord, but thank you everybody on YouTube for joining me.